What's going on, YouTube? Back in the garage again. I apologize, I have not made any videos in quite some time. Unfortunately, between life and trying to take over my dad's business, full-time job, and just life sucks sometimes, you know. It is what it is. But anyway, I am currently looking to get into a different shop. I still have all the CRX, I still have the Grom, I still have the Cafe Racer, I still have the Jeep. But I picked up a new project. I needed a work truck, so I found a project work truck that I can drive and work on at the same time. So it's rough. I'm not gonna lie, it's rough. But as you can see in the pictures, it is really rough. But anyway, it has solid bones. I think I can make something really nice out of it. Well, nice enough for a work truck anyway. So yeah, let's just jump into it and go over the truck that I got. Alright guys, here it is, a 1996 Chevy Silverado. Yeah, she is rough. But I think it has good bones. I think I can make something out of it. Let's just go over, for right now, what the previous owner has done, what I've noticed. He has replaced all the hardline brake lines from the front, basically, to the back. Some of it was a little shoddy. I had to redo some of it, but they're all new lines. He replaced both front calipers with new brake pads and rotors. He replaced all the ball joints, inner and outer tie rods, pitman arm, idler arm, and everything that connects them all together. They were all replaced by the previous owner. I looked it all over and that was all good. New upper control arms for both sides, and I think he even did lower ball joints too. They look really pretty new. What else he did? I think that's about all he's done. I think he did repair the passenger side panels because I think it was in a wreck. Airbag light is on. The fender here isn't the same as the original blue. Driver's door or passenger door is, and he also replaced the lower cab corners right here for the extended cab. Replaced both of them on both sides. They're not rotted out, not bondoed. They're actual steel. Whoever replaced them, I don't know if it was him or the owner before him. They did an alright job. I can live with it for a work truck. I'm just gonna have to go over it real quick to make sure it's, you know, real sound. I have to replace the lower rockers. I'm not going to be doing the whole rocker. Where is it? Right there. See, it's not through, and for the most part it's all solid. I'm going to cut that section out and replace it, and I actually bought a whole rocker, and I'm just going to cut that, just the certain sections out and replace it. It's pretty much the same thing on the passenger side, and even the inner rocker, it needs to be spotted in. I'm not going to replace the whole thing. I'm just going to cut out sections that I need and replace it. The passenger inner rocker is perfectly fine. It's all intact. But so far, what I've done... Where's my zoom? There we go. I haven't touched this camera in a while. So far, what I've done to the truck, I have... it's a nice list going on. I replaced the rear shoes, brake shoes, emergency brake cables, both sides, all the way up to the center here. I had to fix the steering because when he did the pitman arm, he didn't have the steering column lined up correctly. It was like 45 degrees out compared to where the center of the wheels would be, if that makes any sense. So I had to fix that. I had to redo some of the hard lines. They were routed real funky, so, and the way that they were routed, they would rub through on like the steering box and stuff like that, and it would just, I would die basically. So I had to redo those. I had to, he did do front shocks, but I had to actually replace them again because I think he got even cheaper ones than I did, and they were just real clunky. That or he just blew them out that fast. I had to replace, I'm still working on, but I replaced the airbag sensors, both sides. They were completely missing. I had to replace those. Those were not cheap. They were kind of hard to find for this truck. What else? I put a new alternator in it because the voltage was a little on the low side. I put all new tires on it. Yeah, they're not mud terrains or anything like that. This is just a work truck. I plan on lifting it just a little bit, but not much. Obviously, I'm going to be doing the body work to it. All the body work that's done to this truck, I did not do. So, I'll give you a little shot here. Whenever you see body work and you got a shining line around your filler, that means it was not prepped correctly. So that's gonna have to all come off, prep correctly. I don't even know why that's even there. It's probably just chips. Probably not even a dent, really. So I don't know what he was doing. But it has clear coat issues on hood, on the roof, top of the bed sides. Yeah, it has a different color driver's door. That was actually from a Suburban. So I had to change out all the electronics, the wiring from the Suburban over to a Silverado because it used a different panel for your power windows. The Suburban obviously had more buttons for rear windows and stuff. It just wouldn't work. But yeah, here's the inside. She is nasty, but I'm going to be going over the whole thing, cleaning it all up and making it a whole lot better than it is now. Yeah, I have done a lot of work to it already and is currently drivable, yeah, I'm basically just daily driving this. The back latch here, that needs to be replaced. It only unlatches that side, so you gotta like grab it with your fingers and pull both in to unleash the tailgate completely. I bought a toolbox for it. I actually got this brand new from a guy off of Facebook Marketplace. He was an electrician and his truck broke down. He bought this, his truck broke down, never installed it, and he ended up getting a van, so it sat in his garage in a wrapper. I got a really good price for it. They normally go for like 250 bucks or something like that. I got it for, what was it, 120? Something like that we agreed upon. But yeah, another thing, he did a lot of body work that is trash. So I'm gonna have to go over all the body work that he's done, plus do little dings here and there. But I'm not going all out on this. It's just a quick go over it type deal. Mechanically, what all I have to do, I gotta do the shock on this side. I have to figure out why the four-wheel drive's not working correctly. It's just blinking at me. I already replaced the actuator under here on the front diff. That didn't fix it. I replaced the switch panel at the dash. That didn't fix it. So I think you can do diagnostics on the four-wheel drive alone. I'm gonna try that, see what that says, and if that doesn't work, I'm going to just replace the actuator on the transfer case, and hopefully that fixes it. She drives pretty nice. Oh yeah, I bought the truck knowing that the transmission was questionable, we'll say, and after a month and a half of me having it, it went out completely. So I had to get I was going to put a new transmission in it myself, but this is the age of truck, getting a junkyard transmission, doing all that work. I don't have a lift here, so I have to do everything on my back. And to put a transmission in and finding out that it was bad, was not really what I wanted to do. So I just took it to somebody that rebuilt the whole transmission for me and gave me a 1-year warranty. It was pricey, but I think for a work truck that I want to be reliable, it's worth it. Motor runs real strong. It's a 5.7 liter. Sounds real good, nice and quiet. There's a little tick going on with the serpentine belt tensioner. I think the bearing's starting to go. It has like a tick, 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 tick sound to it. It's not the lifters or anything like that. It's definitely that tensioner. But yeah, this is the new project. There's a lot to come with it. Paint job wise, I'm actually got influenced from TikTok, seeing everybody use the Rust-Oleum Turbo spray paint. And so with my experience with bodywork, and I'm going to use those cans, I think I can actually make this thing look really good. I bought a can, and I bought, I think, 6 cans of it. I think I might buy more, and I just did a quick spritz just to see what the spray was, and it's huge. It is giant. So I think I can make this thing look good with that paint. Underneath the frame is real solid. In Pennsylvania, these trucks are known to be rotted the hell out, especially the frame. It's really solid underneath. Couldn't find any rust problems pertaining to the frame. The only rust problem is the driver's side rocker and inner rocker, which I already have the parts to fix it. I just have to find the time. What else? Yeah, I might do a small lift to it, maybe even a body lift. I'm not sure, but first things first is to finish the mechanical parts and get it to the point where it's nice and reliable. I mean, right now it is, I think it's pretty reliable now, but then do the body work and do a quick paint job to it. Nothing spectacular. But yeah, she's a turd, and when you first look at her, I mean, going down the road and seeing different colored door, a bunch of primer spots, it's like, what the hell? But I think I can make it look decent. Another thing that I did was I replaced the rear bumper. A rear bumper that came with it, it had huge holes back here. I had to replace that. Go ahead, steal my shit. So online, the rear bumpers from new are like astronomically priced. They're like $350 to $450 for a rear bumper. Luckily, I found a guy local that's parting a bunch of these out, and I got a rear bumper, the OE jack, tire iron, the whole everything that goes under the rear seat, and a spare tire for 150 bucks. You can't pass that up. So what else? I gotta get center caps for the wheels. That just bugs the shit out of me. I gotta figure out what's diameter hole that is. I think it's probably like a 3-inch hole that I gotta get a center cap for. I don't even know what kind of wheels these are. I couldn't find any marking that would indicate the brand of wheel, but I think these wheels are actually cleaned up pretty nice too. They're in decent shape. I replaced this axle. This axle here originally had a pinhole in the boot. It looked like it was brand new, but it had a hole in the boot, so I had to replace that. For some reason, I can't pinpoint it, but I've been getting a lot of grease fling up here and grease all over this side of the axle boot is, and I can't figure out where the hole is. I keep wiping it off, I can't find the hole. So I'm going to ultimately change out this axle too, just because I know the grease has to be coming from somewhere, and it looks like it's coming from there, but I just can't find a hole in the boot. I don't understand. But anyway, I'm going to replace it. Interior wise, yeah, I got to do a lot of cleaning. I got to, I guess, The airbag once deployed, because the airbag light is on, he replaced the airbag here, but he didn't put the bolts, or he broke this, or I don't know what he did, something. But this is loose, so when you turn, you get that shh sound whenever you turn the steering wheel. It's kind of annoying. I'm going to be putting a double din in with the rear view camera, because I'm going to be backing up to a trailers a lot, so I would like to have a rear view camera, and so I'm usually alone to back up into a trailer, so rear view camera will make things a little bit easier to hook up. Speakers are completely shot. I think there's only 2 working this damn thing, and they sound like trash. But whatever, it's a work truck. Again, the 4-wheel drive isn't working correctly. I have to figure that out yet. But yeah, this is my new project. She's a piece of junk, but I'll make it something decent out of it. Alright, you guys, that's the new project. She needs some work. She's real rough. A lot of people wouldn't be even taking that thing on, but you know, I know I can make something out of it, and it has good solid bones. So yeah, if you want to see how this truck turned out, please like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it, and just stay tuned. I'm going to be putting out videos on it. Alright, take it easy.